I did not think that through, did I? Whoops. It's Monday. I promise you it's Monday. It's the 6th of January. It's the 12th day of Christmas. It's all of these wonderful things. So, I hope that you've had a lovely weekend. I hope that this, if today is your return to the normal world after the holidays, I hope it is treating you well. We are going to do some scrapbooking, and I've got a new plan for Mondays. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing there, and we're going to make a page with a single 4x6 photo today. I don't have a lot of multi-photo options yet because so far everything I have photographed in January almost all falls under the same category, and you don't want to see me scrapbook that every single time. So we will do some variety. So I've got a one photo so that I can have it be a different topic. Right, I think that's enough of me rambling. Let's see what we made last time. So this is what we did in the first live stream of the month. Oh my goodness, stop telling me Apple storage is like, please buy more storage, and it keeps popping up with windows, and then I can't find you because I'm trying to get back to the right window, and it's coming up with say, please increase your storage. I don't want to. Okay, right. So we have done one live stream with the January supplies so far, and it looks like this. Stay warm to all of you in Snowmageddon. Michelle is in Kansas City, where we are going to talk about please don't go out driving, please stay warm, and please don't talk about the Chiefs game. Yeah. This is what we did last time. Half and half composition in the background. This is all going to be journaling. And I swapped this. So I hadn't printed this out because we kind of came up with an idea for the page while we were live. So I didn't have it printed, and I just used a stand-in photo. But now it is printed, and I like how this has worked out together because this sort of pattern, these are light bulbs, but I really like how it fits with this pattern. And now I've got that kind of warm tone on the diagonal. So I have the cool tones of this show on that diagonal and the warm tones of this one on this diagonal. And by gosh, by golly, it's like I could tell what was going to happen without actually being able to tell what was going to happen. So I'm really happy with that. That's a lovely way to start the year. So that's what we did today. That's what we did last time. But today we are going to do something else. So Mondays are going to become, at least for a while, starting point days. I know it doesn't start with the same letter as the day of the week, but I'm not doing a live stream on Saturday or Sunday. So starting points on a Monday, it is. So if you've been around a while, you'll know I used to do starting points not as a video series, but as a blog series. So you know you've been a while because it was blog days. Ah, a moment for days of yore. Right. And so what I would do in the blog post would be to like make part of a page without any photos, without any journaling, without the title. And it works out a little differently than doing a sketch because you don't have all the pieces in place. You have some pieces in place. And so I would post that picture, and then we'd all make that with our own supplies. And then the next week I would show you how I finished it, and you could upload all the versions that you did. So I'd like to do that on Mondays for the foreseeable future. So we have one photo today, but I'm not going to use it to design the starting point, but I will show it to you just so that I'm not purposely designing something that won't work. So really simple. I don't actually have a lot of coloring to work with here. It was just a really happy picture of the two of us, and I thought, sorry, what, Kirsty? I'm confused. Right, so this then becomes a really versatile photo to scrapbook because I don't have a lot of color in this. So I thought it was a really good way to start with starting points so that I can show you the first part of the process, and then I bring in the photo and I show you how I finish it up. Okay? Okay, maybe Kirsty just was not on the right. No. Okay, so you're still getting that, Kirsty. I think just back up a second. I think you're jumping to conclusions and panicking. Stop. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the photo to the side while I show you the early construction of the layout. And then I will get out the photo and I show you how I finish it. So it's all in one video. It's not really that big a change. but it's just a little different than me sketching it every single time and showing you the whole plan, because I want you to have a little bit more versatility to be able to understand why something like a sketch works. If you can see why the ground part of it works, then you can know where, oh, okay, I can move the title here or here or here, and it's all going to work. Okay? So you're not losing stories, you're not losing photos, you're not losing finished layouts. Phew! It's just a little different method of showing you, because I live stream all the time and do all these other videos all the time. I got to change it up a little bit or you're all going to get bored and walk away. So that's it. Okay, so let's have a look at some supplies and figure out where we start. And I'll do my little speech and all these things. Okay, so a quick little reminder, if you wondered what we were using this month, we have mostly the For the Record collection from Simple Stories, which is looking like this. And these are the pieces that I used on the first layout. So I have the other sides of those as well. And this one is from a different Simple Stories collection, but is still in this month's kit. And then I have so many die cuts because I got big die cut packs that were going to take us all the way through the year. And there we go. And yes, who just said that? Suki said that that photo made her smile immediately. Yeah, I just wanted, I mean, it's just a silly, quick little selfie that we took while we were waiting for something, but really joyful faces. And I wanted to make sure that I don't make any choices that get me out of the album straight away, because I know in spring, it was spring last year that I suddenly realized, there's no pictures of me. So I'm going to make sure that I make an effort. Right, so we have those, we have lots of die cuts, speech, and then we go. Hello, my name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my #advertising. Appreciate you being here, whether you are live, chatty, watch from Tomorrowland, quiet, don't craft, think about coming back to craft, all of it. You want a new project for 2025? Come scrapbook with me. It's great. So yes, you are very welcome here. And if you want to join the live chat, you just need to subscribe so that then you can talk. There's a 5-minute gap in between when you subscribe and when you can chat. So we'd love to hear from you in the live chat if you want to watch live. Anything else? You can find all the links for supplies and stuff in the description box. If you had trouble with the links last time around, I have updated them this time. So you've got the January supplies are linked in today's video description, but also the normal affiliate link to get to next month's supplies are already live there for you. Make sure whenever you check out your order that you check the deals and coupons page, because there are discount codes and freebies and nobody wants to miss those. Cool? Let's go. Right. Hair's going up. All right, we got people on board with starting points. Yay! Okay. Ways that you can learn and ways that you can scrapbook with me and make it work for you. Excellent. What does the other side of this look like? Oh yes, flowers. And this is my wood grain. Oh, do we want to just jump in with wood grain today? Oh, Elaine, I'm sorry. I definitely didn't think you were bored and walking away, Elaine. Lots of love to you, okay? I'm not sure what's happened, and I don't need to know. Just know that we're sending you lots of whatever strength, positivity, love, all of the positive things, okay? Okay. Right. Oh, this is okay, I don't think I would use this side with the push pins, but I really like this side. So let's start here. So we are going to start with this. I'm not going to use this. Don't need letters yet. I need to have a little, oh, interesting. I need to have a little think about, I've worked with the different things on my desk and slightly off my desk in different combinations and like different layouts. I think I need to have a little sit down and figure out which one works best, because I don't think this is the best. But also the one I had right before was not the best. Like there's a little bit of plus and minus for each one. I think maybe that needs to be something that I do soon, is kind of optimize that. And why we're looking really bright? Is it my monitor? Does this paper look glowing to everybody else? It shouldn't. My monitor shouldn't be off. It's calibrated, but this is okay. So the background of this is like it's a cream, but it's to the white end of cream, yeah, with a really, really subtle grid to it. But it might be a little bright on your screen. I'm not sure. Okay. We've got this red again. We've got, I love the blue with this, but I don't really want to go straight into the second layout in a row in the month because there won't be anything in between there. I've got no photos in between there. I don't really want them to look, I don't really want that paper to be the first and second layouts and then it's all used up. So I think I will hold off on that one for today, but I do like how it looks with that background. It is all a bit bright. Okay, so I need to have a look at all the things on my desk because the lighting is seeming a little brighter than usual. And I'm not quite sure with this combination over here what's going on. So I'm wondering about, you know those little things you can get that kind of lift your laptop up and then there's a space underneath? I'm wondering if that would actually be a wise idea because I often end up, now that the laptop is on the desk, sometimes I accidentally just kind of move a piece of paper, and even one piece of paper on top of the laptop is clearly a bad idea because I pick it up 5 minutes later and it's red hot. No, don't want to do that. But I could have it lifted up and then just put the paper underneath by instinct instead of on top. Okay, so paper that I could write on, I mean, I have lots of writing options actually. But I like this orange. I like the red with the orange. Okay, I got a plan. Now, if you look at this orange, do you see how it has, I don't know, I feel like a beauty blogger. Let me put my hand underneath and then it will focus. It's silly. Okay, but do you see how there's a frame to this? But I don't want the whole sheet, which means 2 sides of my box are not going to have a frame. So I'm going to cut into it so that no sides of my box have a frame. Okay. So first I shall take off the branding strip. Jackie says she has her laptop on a wire stand, but it's difficult to type up high. I can't type where it is when I'm live anyway. So when I'm typing, I move it. So that doesn't bother me. That is okay. Right, so I'm just cutting right into the first grid box. And I'm going to go so that I'm leaving 2 boxes here. And then I go over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's what I want. She says, and then immediately loses count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woohoo! Okay. And I go the other way. If you didn't get one in your Christmas stocking and you don't own one, go treat yourself to a scissor sharpener. Because it's a new year. Sharpen your scissors. Am I saying that out loud because I haven't done it yet and I terribly need to? And cutting this paper, I can totally feel it in my hand. Yes, yes I am. Let us all sharpen our scissors. So they're only tiny. They're not expensive. They last forever. It's like a little knife sharpener inside a thing that fits your scissor blades. It's a Fiskars product. You can just order one online. Oh, Georgia's ahead of me. She's finished her 2024 December book, but she does have 22 and 23 to go. The difference that just made. Sharpen your scissors, folks. Okay. Oh, don't do that. I have Christmas supplies just out of the shot, and they just nearly fell off of everything. Karen has a sloped stand for her laptop, and she got it off Amazon. It has collapsible legs, so I can pop stuff underneath it if I need more desk space, and it is invaluable. Fabulous. Jackie says laptop stand has been a game changer for her. Kelly is on day 27. Bev is on day 0. We're all good. No matter where you are in your documentation, you're good. Okay? I promise you. Any pressure you feel to be done by a certain day is entirely imaginary. There's no wrong day to scrapbook Christmas stuff. You can do it all year round, anytime. Hello, would they work for the Tim Holtz scissors because they have a tiny texture to the scissors? I was going to see if they're the same as the ones I have, but are they here? They might be in a different place. So I have a pair of X-Cut scissors that are little, and they have a texture to them. I haven't sharpened them because I don't use them enough. And honestly, I hate that they have a texture to them. So I'd be tempted to sharpen them and see if I could get rid of the texture because I've never tried. I never thought of it. I don't know. Maybe look at, I mean, if it's a Tim Holtz product, Tim is going to have advice. Somebody should just ask Tim, should I be sharpening my scissors? Are they self-sharpening? What's the deal? Okay. Georgia says they don't work on the Tim Holtz ones because those are made, the scissors themselves are made out of a different material. Fabulous. Karen is finishing her 2021 album. Amazing. Kay is not a fan of the texture. Nope, not a fan of the texture. Okay, so we've got that box. We're going to have a box over here. This one is too jagged for me to get a nice line, so I'm actually going to use a trimmer. So I want this one to be about the same height, but I'm going to go a different direction. Okay. Now, some of you are going to be like, how big is that? Hold on, I'll measure. Because I don't know. It's a bit this by that. Three and a half. 10. Okay. Then this is going to go this way so that we have made a grounding line. Okay, so this is a really easy format, making an L, because now you have basically somewhere to hold stuff while still having your beautiful paper on show. So whatever lovely pattern paper you've chosen for your background, or if you make your own background with ink or whatever, it still has a considerable amount of space that you're going to see that. But I've made space here for having things that run horizontally and things that run vertically. Yeah. Tony says, don't try to sharpen them, but if you turn your scissors, there isn't texture. Oh, what, like, go from this to that? I will try that when I have them here. Otherwise, I would have just demonstrated and seen if they work the same. Okay. Allie's done 12 pages in her Christmas journal for this year. Yay. Really enjoying it. Yay. Okay. Fabulous. Sophia wants to make a single layout this year. It's going to be success. You're going to do it. Don't be overwhelmed with the photos. It's absolutely okay to have an epic photo library. There's nothing bad about that. Okay? There's nothing bad about that. Start with something that you take this month. Literally take a random photo. It does not have to be high effort. It does not have to be high art. Take a photo that makes you smile this month and scrapbook that. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, now moving on. My photo is 4 by 6. So I want a mat that will work with that. Oh, that's a cut apart. I should have bought 2 collection kits, shouldn't I? Okay, what could I use? I want the stripe, so what part of the cut apart am I willing to sacrifice? This one. Or this bit. Oh, decisions. I'm gonna go here. I know I won't use this. I never do. The ones where you have to like cut out and place a photo the right shape. I never do it. And I have a whole sheet of tags. So I can lose this tag. Auntie Caffeine did a whole video of scrappy resolutions. I've never really thought of them as resolutions. I'm terrible with resolutions though. I'm just like, no, this is what I want to do this year. Is that a resolution? I don't know. And if I tell people, then I usually panic and break them. So there we are. Okay, so I've got a bit of my stripe. I didn't even turn over to see which colors in the stripe I was going to get because, like, right, I've made a decision. If it's on your YouTube channel, you can just click on Auntie Caffeine's name and it'll take you to her channel. Let's go that way. Give this a little bit of a frame there. I've got a grid in the background here, so that can help me get everything nice and straight. And then this is, I mean, it's very small text, but it's a clever way to let you journal because it's all different like descriptive words hidden in there and you have to circle the ones you want. So things that describe you, you could just go through and circle them. That's kind of different and sweet. I don't think I've seen that in a scrapbooky collection. Okay, then let's have this blue one that says together is the best place to be, but you could just use a blank label if you don't have something that matches that particular topic. There's also a green one that says the little details. And then something to write on. Go ahead and use this 24/7 one straight away. Okay. Make these. Okay. So if I cut a 4x6, slightly bigger than 4x6 piece to sit here, I'm going to then create this stair step down, which isn't where I want my finished page to be, but it can be really helpful along the way. So the piece I need before I start sticking here is something that's going to be 4x6 to go behind the photo. Let's look at what could mat that beautifully. Oh, we could do a multicolored mat. I kind of like it on this blue. I'm going to go there. Okay. Hello, Anne. I loved, great comment. Yeah, we both did. Yeah, really, really enjoyed WB. Like the first thing out of his mouth when we got out of the theater was, I really hope this gets a transfer because I want to see it again. So Hello, 10-year-old theater nerd. But yeah, no, really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful production. I liked, am I allowed to say this? I liked the voices way more than the Broadway cast recording. Yeah. Okay, so I'm cutting slightly bigger than 4x6. And yeah, I could see it at the ambassadors. I wonder if it will transfer to the ambassadors after Benjamin Button closes. But Benjamin Button's being extended currently, and I'm excited to go see Benjamin Button, actually. I've never seen the film. Is that a bad thing to admit? Just wasn't my vibe when it was out, and I've never gone back to catch it up. There we go. Right. So we have this stair-step effect. See? Everything getting smaller. Now, the reason I say this will help me, but it's not where I want to have things finished. My nice horizontal line here is helping me to create a grounding line for things that need to be horizontal, like a title. But once I put my stair step in front of it, I lose a lot of the horizontal. So what I want to do is then bring in another piece that kind of comes in between the stairs to go here. Sam thought the recording was way depressing. And I did find it interesting that I can see, because we read a lot of reviews before we went without spoilers, just the kind of reviews that tell you whether it's a good production or not. And the opinions were like so polarized, haha, that they either were like 5 stars, no questions, or 1 star, I wanted to leave. And some people who did leave. And then once we saw it, I realized, no, it's not that it's a bad production. Absolutely not. The people who are here are doing epic work, immensely talented, gorgeous voices. That last number, I have never heard a choral piece quite like that last song. That last song was the most perfect sound work I have heard in the West End. I absolutely adored it. Yeah, immense talent. But then I realized, like, it's completely sung through. There's a huge amount of story without a standard, like, plot device of introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. Like, no, that's not what you have. It's more like a soap opera. But so I think all of the people who were saying like 1 star, no thanks, that's just not their kind of entertainment. Because it's not even like Les Mis where you get this like, okay, that was sad, but here's a happy, inspiring way to leave the theater. The last song is a little bit more uplifting, but not in the same sort of way. It is quite sad in a different way. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. WB really enjoyed it. And I think hands down, the talent in the room is 5 stars across the board. Beautiful. Right. Karen says, while I'm finding my horizontal element, Karen says, Chicago is coming to her local theater on tour or a local production. Is it worth seeing as the tickets are limited and quite expensive? So I'm guessing from that it's the tour, which means it's the same production that has been like the same choreography and everything that's been going for quite a long time. It is Fosse, which means the dance style is very specific. The dancing will be epic. If you like a show with lots of dance, then brilliant, yes. Oh, Auntie Caffeine, that does happen. It wouldn't have happened at this show. It does happen at Wicked, oddly enough, that people think Divine Gravity is the end. The West End makes it pretty obvious that there's an interval and you're coming back. Right, sorry. So Chicago, the dance will be absolutely amazing. You've not seen the movie or anything, so don't know. So Chicago is all about female criminals, basically. It's about jail life and the things they do to try and get out of jail. And so I really enjoy Chicago, and I think the movie version of Chicago is one of the best stage musical to screen interpretations that we've ever had. Like Chicago and Wicked are up there. Like some movie musicals don't work. some that I've still seen many, many times and may have some convoluted connections too, but they are much better on stage. Chicago works in both ways. But yeah, so it's a lot of like minimalist staging, really dramatic dark lighting, and beautiful dancing to tell the story. The songs are really catchy. Yeah, I love Chicago. It's not super child friendly, but I wouldn't have a problem now with taking WB at this point. He's proven his maturity. But I wouldn't have taken him definitely not 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know. Not seen the film, but fancy it. Or the Scottish ballet Nutcracker. Ooh, very different choices indeed. They'd both be good. So maybe see what tickets you've got available and what you could have a great seat to. There we go. Right, let's find a piece I could put here. I don't want the red. What was the B side of the red? Is it text print, but that would be the same sort of color as the background there. I don't want this side because that's the orange. Oh, and that's, okay, no, that's out. I got too many similarities. See, this is why when I sometimes put like a gazillion colors into my collections, because I don't want you to have this problem. What else? Because all of the 4x6 cut aparts in this are the monthly cards. Okay, could I take one of these and use that pattern? Because I kind of need 1.5. I know I won't use the bingo card. Okay, I'm going to go here. Boop. Sorry, lovely 1950s lady. Yeah, that's what I need. See you later, Annie Caffeine. Right. How are we doing for time? Yeah. I'm going to try to get to... I want to be done by like 10 to 3 today. WB's off taking his exams, and I got to go make sure I am not late to pick him up. So this one behind the red... like that. Now I'm going to stick these down. Still, when I do this sort of design, I'm not putting adhesive right at the edges because I want to be able to tuck things in. A little bit of overlap here so the photo can slide underneath. And this piece coming over to this side. Okay, and that is the starting point. So if you, instead of screenshotting a sketch, this is the bit where you're doing a screenshot, because then you build your page with your supplies to this point, and then you can take it in any direction you want. But I'm going to show you where I'm going with it. Also, I'm really curious. I hadn't thought about testing this before. I just had the idea while we were live. So I'm going to screen capture now, and I'm going to see if that freezes us up, because I know how to fix it if it does. Oh, I didn't think about that though. Okay. Boop. Let's see. Are we still here, or did it freeze? I don't think it froze. Fabulous. Because the other option I have is to go through the video to get to the right point and then take it from there, but that's a lot easier if I can do that. I won't do the tap tap version. Sorry, I have it set so that if you tap it twice, then you get it saves the screen. I didn't think about how that would just bounce the camera. Oh, Shimelle. So I'll do it the button way. Okay, I'm just going to take the white border down a little bit. Oh, Rita is definitely going to use the bingo card because she started playing bingo at church. Yeah, definitely scrapbook that with the bingo card. Allison says her brain says only see Nutcracker when it's still Christmas. Yeah, I definitely think Chicago is worth seeing. I love it. It's very dramatic. The dancing is epic. I love Fosse's work, and I love that we're still doing Fosse's choreography. I mean, people's opinions of him as a human are up for debate. I never met the guy. But his style is amazing. I had a dance teacher when I was young who had danced with him before she came back to Kansas City as a teacher. And so there were little bits that I learned that she would kind of choreograph them in. And then she would have a moment where she's walking back and she was like, oh, I know where that came from. And it was very funny to watch her have these moments of not realizing that she'd soaked up so much from doing his choreography on Broadway. Amazing. Okay, so now we want a title, we want tuckies. So I was wondering, do we have a big sticker title that we might want to use here? Because we've got a lot of product from one collection. And I think we can. I think this is kind of the right kind of vibe to go with this photo to, what kind of journaling. So this sort of title, so I'm going to use the Life Currently stickers to make the title. And then that gives you, when you've got just a little snapshot like that and a bit of room to journal, you don't need to write a huge story. You can do a few little bullet points that help you. I'm going to get some foam tape. That help you just kind of remember what things are like at this exact little moment. So where, what's your schedule like right now? What's the mood? What's the vibe, as the youngsters would say? Yeah. Could just be a few little bullet points. And where would I have put the foam tape in here? That's a very, very good question. Oh, I really wanted to pop this up. Pop it up with Poppios. But between the normal scrapping and the Christmas scrapping, I've put things in silly places. Do I have any that if I have backup set or anything? I do have some backup ones. Okay. I've got a whole backup package of the teeny tiny squares. We'll just use those. Oh, excellent, Jackie. Jackie has season tickets Broadway series in Orlando. So this month's show is Mamma Mia. My college roommate and I did that one year for the Kansas City Music Hall. And then every kind of 6 weeks or so, we'd drive up to Kansas City from college to see a show. And we saw some very good stuff on the tours. Loved it, loved it. Oh, I think it needs one there too. All right. Happy New Year, Justine. Now, interestingly, in the last live stream, when I went through all the supplies, I totally forgot about something. And WB this morning was like, why is this on my desk and not yours? Good question. So this was also in this month, because I think it's kind of going to feel a little bit like a rose gold. So we will try that at some point in time. I think it might be a decent match to this pink. I feel like it doesn't look quite like the ink color. Like it's the same family, obviously, but I don't think it's going to be quite as bright. Okay. I think I like the contrast of this better, but I want that currently piece. Yeah, I like it this way. So I'm going to make it into an even bigger honkin' sticker. Beep, beep. It's a big honkin' sticker. Okay. And then we figure out where to go with it. So I like titles to come here into the middle. I'm not losing story space in this corner. So if I was, I could move it over to kind of here and maybe put a little embellishment here because I'm going to have an awkward square there. But I like it right along there. What color is this spray? Saltwater taffy. Sorry, I should have said that out loud. Now, that then gives me some more obvious gaps for where to put the tuckies. I need some sort of embellishment happening up here. I need some sort of embellishment happening down here. So then we have the die cuts. Oh, so many die cuts. And stickers. Don't lose the foam squares again. So many die cuts. Oh, but that's not the right ones. Okay. I wonder what that kind of green bundled one looks like with this color scheme. Oh, there's a navy one. Okay, a whole bunch of green pieces. Thank you. Interestingly, not the one that I was originally trying to find, but we've got things that will work. Whatever it comes up here has to be kind of big. So we could go with this, but keeping in mind that very first page uses these, and it uses them on the diagonal. So I'm kind of thinking, try something other than these florals. It would certainly work, but I think it would be nice to do something else. Okay, I am going to stair step this again. So I'm going to take out part of it in case I need something else to have that green, because I don't have that as a piece of paper. I just have the die cut back. This is going to stair step up behind this corner over here. The blue one, ink first. Can then come behind all this, which has pop dots here, so it's going to be obnoxious. Green can come down here. This little green frame, are you going to work anywhere? There. Find something to put in there, like a little phrase sticker. That should fit. Oh, that wasn't actually stuck. Ink it. Okay, little quiz for today. How many people here are into TikTok? Because I'm just watching the scrapbooking world over there, and it's a completely different group of people. So I'm so curious now. And it's gone quiet in the live chat, so I gave you a subject to talk about. And it's absolutely okay if you're like, no, I'm not downloading that app. I want to hear that opinion too. Because I think that might be that's why it's a completely different vibe. Because it's a completely different group of people, and the two don't don't cross over because we use different apps and hang out in different places. Right. Let's then bring this pen over here and just repeat that idea. Yep. See, it's a different group of people entirely. Nope, nope, nope. And that's fine. Just curious. Because it is kind of weird to be like, if you were to put in the hashtag like hashtag scrapbooking, it's completely different stuff. It's not 12 by 12. It's young people doing like junk journals and that sort of thing. Georgia has an excellent point. I try to avoid it because it's a wormhole. Yep. Definitely. Is that wide enough to cover that gap? Not quite, so I'm going to move this over just a little bit. Hard pass. Yep. Well, the good bit is then that means that, you know, there's no harm in me sharing the same stuff in two places if it's completely different people. So, yeah, I just found it really interesting doing some research. Debbie needs no other wormholes. That is absolutely fine. I'm just posting old stuff. So you do not need to go there. Don't go there especially. No. I only use it recently because there's a lot of Starlight Express videos. That's the only reason. Right, now let's look at some stickers to get some shapes that are not just boxes. She says and instantly wants to pick out the one that's a box. Go for it. You were drawn to it. You have a place for it. It's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's a place you can just dip your toe in. Yeah, it's very easy to be like, oh, I'll do this for 5 minutes. Nope, you will not. You will not. Okay, let's bring the orange back into the middle of this group. Georgia, no, it's old content, don't worry. You've already seen it. I think it needs another tab down here. Which color? Maybe the, I don't know. Oh, maybe the navy one here? Yeah. Okay, I want to finish up just shortly. I'm good for time, but I don't want to go way over here. The red needs to come back. Okay, we do the red up here. Allison, he's in one now and has another set tomorrow. Yep. Today and tomorrow. And then back to school on Wednesday, which is hilarious because then he has the midweek matinee this week. So miss some school straight away, miss some more school straight away. And I sent a note this morning with the absences to them say, but I promise next week he's there all 5 days. A full week of school next week, please. I've jinxed it. Adhesive Adventures like, nope, you'll get called out next time. Next week now. Okay, let's bring the orange over here. And bring the red over here. Those stickers. Oh, I thought these were all individual pieces. They're not, but I'm going to make them individual pieces. George is like, I like the in-between. Yep. Short can be really frustrating if it's just short video after short video. And then 20-minute, like the 20-30 minute edited video is a good kind of difference from the hour to hour and a half live. I agree with that. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, could I then bring that color down here with something? Let's not forget, by the way, that there are some big honkin' stickers in the sticker book too for titles. If this one didn't work for you and you have the sticker book, you might want to work on that. So I have that color here. I wonder if I just have it in a label, though I do. Okay. I think that's a really good point. Yeah, the idea that everything just auto plays, it's weird. Yeah. Because I'm just looking for one particular thing, I mostly use the search. And then the odd occasion where I have just let it kind of give me what it thinks I should watch, it's a completely different experience. And I'll be like, oh, what? I use the search button to find what I want and then get out. That's what I like to do. Yeah. Now, everything else is contained within the orange. But this is right at the top, and I want to add something to take it off the top, I think. So I'm going to have this just slightly off the bottom. Fine. Okay, so we've got layers there now. I like layers, and I cannot lie. And then I don't need letter stickers, but I need dots, and I thought I might need some smaller confetti pieces. So, oh, here, there are two of these, orange and red, sort of like the the flowers that I used in the other one, but not identical, because remember I used these as sort of confetti pieces. So they are the same style, but it's not the giant peach daisy that would make it look identical. So there we go. And these two pieces are same scale, very similar, but not completely identical. There. And do I just do it either side of the photo? Or do I bring it over here? Oh, I kind of like it on that corner. Let's do that. Okay, dots. And maybe some hearts. We've got nice little red hearts, and we got oddly 4 of them. I'm going to use 3 of them, I think. Let's see if there's a place for the 4th. Oh, I could do a group of 3 and a single one. Yeah, and then I'll put the single one down here. Dots. So this is what I wanted to take off the top edge of the box here and here. Thank you for all the well wishes to Mr. WB. And thank you for your honest opinions on that app that just plays and plays and plays endlessly. I think it's good to know. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. Not missing anything from me, I mean. I cannot speak for the whole of it. There's a lot of stuff on there that's just not me at all. But I was just very curious as to what the scrapbooking stuff looked like. And it looks very different. It looks like smashbooking from back in the day. Which I'm glad that people are doing. Like all kinds of scrapbooking. I'm glad that people do it. Oh, this one has never been shaken before. It's taking forever. There we go. Right, So that was the saltwater taffy instead of the fossilized amber. You can see it's a bit pink. Don't worry, the halos disappear, which is nice. Okay, so that's where I've gone from. I'm going to do another screenshot so I have like a comparison, although I can take a proper picture. But yes, so we have a starting point, and then I add on the other layers, give us a title, a photo, a place to write, that sort of thing. We still follow the same steps to get through confetti and everything else, but hopefully it shows you a little place where you could just follow to something, and then you could see how yours ends up. So if you do this one and you start with that starting point, but then go make the rest of the layout perfect for what you have. You might have more than one photo. You might have different size photo. You might have a completely different feel for what you want to tell and what you want to document. But please do share what you what you make. So you could come post it on the Facebook group, or you could post it on Instagram and tag me at Shimelle so that I can see it. And if you're out there in the comments staying quiet and actually you do like the TikTok app, then you could, you know, tag me on there. But let's stick mostly to the two that we use, unless that's already your lane. If that's your lane, post it where it's your lane. Yeah, Instagram at Shimelle or on the Facebook group, and you can find those both linked in the description box. Cool. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Lots of videos happening this week because I've got the normal 2 live streams, so I'll be back here on Friday morning, 10 a.m. But also Journal Your Christmas videos, and I will also have this year's story videos, and possibly, Janet, I'll look into that for you today. Yes, sorry. So there's Journal Your Christmas videos, there's this year's story videos, and if everything goes to plan, also a premiere of a non-live video Wednesday evening. So that's lots, but it's all on my little scrappy video schedule on Instagram highlight. Yeah, if you ever need to reference when I'll be live or anywhere. If you enjoyed today's video and you want to give it a thumbs up, if you like the idea of starting points, you want to give it a thumbs up, if you just want to be happy and give a thumbs up, all those things are great and I really, really appreciate it. Have a wonderful week and stay safe if you're in this storm zone. Beware of the thunder snow. And I will see you maybe Friday or maybe earlier if you're in class. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.